Yeah. So good evening, all divine angels.
Good evening, Pinaki ji, and the other
So
angels on the platform. When Rajeshwari informed that today she is unable to host the program, so the
hmm,
thing that inspired me immediately take the decision was as soon as I felt responsible that every time the other people are doing their best to run the session, and what immediately I can contribute here, that sense of responsibility, took I took the initiative just because of that mindset.
mhm. Okay. And others, Prashant, Ankita, what prompted you to attend the session?
Sir, yesterday I attended one session wherein you said that just do one habit, stay committed, and be happy. So, what makes me happy? Stay committed for that. For some reason, I was not able to attend, but yesterday, I made a decision, conscious choice. Ki I will attend FELD today, no matter what. So that made me join the session today.
Wow. Great. Yes, Prashant.
So the idea of joining here was is to transform myself, to be better. And the first thing that I always think of is, coming forward and being there. So I always tend to avoid as much as possible to, just to see that, okay, just to avoid. Probably because of the scare or because of the fear factor, I somehow try avoiding. So since I've started this joining these sessions some last week only, so this is my second session. So I
Hmm.
then decided, like, the first thing that I should do is showing up. Beyond this, whatever happens, the transformation can start only when I start showing up. So thought with all this learnings, with all this transformation, how people meet, how people talk, and how people uh, whatever, like, all that thing. So that was the idea of, me joining in here. And then so I thought that purpose I should not miss by avoiding it. Today I had that second thought of, today I'll leave and I have other work and all, but I said, like, okay, that work I can do it a little later. But yeah, this is more important for me, comparative to those, taking that or taking here, being here. Yeah. So that's how I'm here.
Wow. So nice of you. Hi, Vasu. How are you?
I am good. I am good. Jaha.
Okay.
Hello, Vasuji.
So we are
Hello.
answering a question
Hi,
that
How is
what
the
Vasuji.
weather?
Hmm.
How is the weather in
join the session
Nainital?
tonight.
I am away from Nainital, about 55 kilometers away. It's very hot here,
Okay,
and yeah, I feel Hyderabad was cooler than
okay.
yeah, very very hot. I never thought that in Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, things will be so like hot. I never dreamed or I don't know this. So
But
this
in our
has been
area,
a
from last 7 days, schools and colleges are closed due to heavy rain.
yeah. Here also, children's school were closed for rain, but the moment rain stops, it becomes very, very hot.
Okay.
Humid weather. Cool.
So
So,
both
so
my home ACs are working, are running even now.
Sir, how is your Ganesh Visarjan?
Ganesh Visarjan is done for my side because in here they don't do much of Ganesh outside. My home Visarjan was done last Sunday. I have posted it on my status also. There
Yes,
is a
sir.
small river nearby, about 5 kilometers from my home. So we went there. We did the Visarjan there.
cool. So your family is still in Hyderabad, or you got them here?
Yeah, they came here on March 28th. Then we got our children admitted into school. So April 3rd, they have started going to school.
Okay, great. So happy Teachers' Day. And
Thank you, thank you,
we are
thank you to
answering
all
one
teachers.
question.
And yeah, sorry, yes.
The question is what inspired you to join the session tonight?
No, I don't need inspiration to join FELD session. It's on auto mode that I join.
Mhm.
So Friday 8 p.m. the mobile goes automatically, searches for the FELD group, searches for the link, and then it gets connected. I don't need any inspiration.
So it was your
It's my
dedication.
perspiration. It's my perspiration. FELD is the output of my perspiration.
Yes, you created it. That's why.
Mhm. Cool. We have Shivani with us. So Shivani, what inspired you to join the session tonight?
बस आप लोगों को सुनने आ जाती हूँ तो
Hmm.
पहले तो अभी इट्स लाइक सेकंड फैमिली तो से हूँ यहाँ पे तो मेरे
Good that Sakshi took it up finally. Otherwise, I don't know who is going to host the session tonight.
where there is a will there is a way
And somehow it has become a habit to join the session.
right
It,
right
it's a habit now. Means if we are not going to join, we feel something, missing.
Hmm. Cool. Okay, so today
you're going to share something
I'll share anyway something. So today being the Teachers' Day, what would like you like to talk about it? आप लोग उसके बारे में कुछ बोलो. You can talk about your teachers, by the way. Some teachers who actually made a difference to your life. Maybe in the school, maybe in the
Yeah,
college.
in my case, I have done very less of schooling. So till 10th class, I did my school. Then I did my 3 years diploma. After that, I joined my job. So I have a very low schooling life across my what you call my family or those whom I know. So my teacher, the relationship as a teacher student only is up to mostly 10th class, or in diploma the teachers we did not used to care how much interaction. We only had 2 or 3 periods in the morning session. By afternoon session, we used to call the other teacher and get the sessions done. So all my interaction with my teachers was only in the school time. So today I want to dedicate the time or my honor to one of the teacher we used to tease a lot. That ma'am was called as Premavati madam. She used to break our knuckles when we did not do homework. So I remember her. We had nicknamed her as Shakuni Madam because she used to walk with a limp. But we feel bad today. I feel bad thinking about that because whatever she used to force us to do, it was very very important for that. Was one of the way some of the teachers dealt with that. Be very strict to the students, hit them, beat them, punish them, and bring them in line. So I remember that ma'am today for some reason. Suddenly, I remembered her because she was my social and English teacher in class 7 and 8, 2 years. So this teacher's day to Premavati.
Yes. Who else?
For me, schooling was a great part in my life, and especially the teachers. And I still remember the names of my teacher from nursery till now. Because all of them in that age they were fantastic for me anyway. Up to fifth class, Dr. Kamla Sareen was my principal, Mrs. Lakshmi was my maths teacher. Sarla Vajpayee was my Hindi teacher. And Lakshmi ma'am was my maths teacher. Mr. Om Prakash was my Hindi teacher. And Savitri ma'am was SST teacher. And there were so many teachers who were not teaching us, but somehow they were building us in creative activity or any other activity. And after that, from 6th class to up to 10th class, my principal Mr. Bhudev Singh and my English teacher Mr. Surendra Kumar Vats, my Sanskrit teacher Mrs. Shobha, and my drawing teacher Mr. Jay Prakash ji, my maths teacher Mr. Kailash ji, my bio teacher Mr. Mahesh ji, and my SST teacher Mr. Prayag sir. All of them were so hardworking and so dedicated to their profession that the hard work and the dedication in my profession, whatever I am, teaching my students or whatever is in my personality I learned, there is a major role of my teachers. Means their discipline, their punctuality, their hard work, and how they were supporting any time. If you are going to ask anything to them, they never said that come after 5 minutes. It was their quality. And my drawing teacher especially, who used to inspire by other kind of, he used to promote the students like, अब तो तुम्हें मुझे अपना टीचर ही मानना पड़ेगा, तुम इतना अच्छा बनाते हो. Means he used to give such positive statements. And after that, in my 10th and 12th class, there was a teacher Mr. Shastri ji. He was my Hindi teacher, and what quality he was having, that from page number 1 till page number last, he learnt each and every line, whether in Hindi, whether in Sanskrit. He used to teach Hindi, but there was some part of Sanskrit also. And he always used to teach us without book. He entered the room, immediately he used to say, students, आप अपनी पुस्तक, पाठ्य पुस्तक का पृष्ठ संख्या वो खोलिए. और पृष्ठ संख्या वो खोलते ही सर बोलते जाते थे और हम लोग उसमें से पढ़ते जाते थे. तो दैट वाज अ
Wow.
सुपर्ब क्वालिटी. ही हैज़ लर्नड एवरी page, every line, each word he has learnt. That was his quality. And my bio teacher, Mr. B.M. Lal.
And my mother is he.
Not even. And my bio teacher was having a quality that whenever he used to describe sub document, any diagram, he always draw it in air in front of the eyes of the students. Before drawing it on the board or on the page, he used to draw it in air. And the students used to listen and see him in the air, he's drawing something. And immediately after that, when he draw that picture on the paper, and we never crammed bio, means his diagrams were so fantastic that through the diagram only we could easily explain everything. And this is because of him that I still remember when I was in 12th class, I learnt approximately 250 diagrams related to different topics, and or approximately 2500 words I had learnt on those diagrams. So that was his quality I learnt from him. And after that, in my graduation, Mrs. Rita Garg was my Sanskrit teacher who taught us Abhigyan Shakuntalam. But how a literature teacher can teach students such a difficult subject, considered Sanskrit is not considered to be easier. So she used to teach us in a way that when I was in MA, I had to explain Abhigyan Shakuntalam in English. I learnt in graduation in Sanskrit, and afterward when I explained it in English, it was so easy for me, so easy. It is because of Rita Garg ma'am's style. She was fantastic teacher. And after that, in my post graduation, I attended Mrs. Agarwal's lessons. She was also a fantastic teacher. Her dressing sense was very fantastic. Means she used to teach her lessons, but her dressing impressed me a lot. In that age also, she was always very active. Her positivity reflected from her clothes, her sitting style, everything. And Mr. D.C. Mittal, different subject teachers were there. Mrs. Alka was there. So I feel very much gratitude for all the teachers because of whom I am here, and they were fantastic. And their dedication and hard work is matchless.
Mother, I'll see the
Priceless sharing, Sakshi. And as you were sharing, I was also visualizing my teachers. I was connecting to their names. That every subject that you were referring to, I was also referring to the teachers of those subjects. Then the way you are sharing your those nostalgic experiences, it helped me to connect me also to my nostalgic experiences. It's amazing, fantastic.
But above all, I would mention that the first and the last teacher of my life is my mother. The taste for music, the taste for aesthetic, whatever is developed, the taste for
Mummy,
food,
आप बनाओ.
whatever is developed in me, it is because of my mother. Because I observe myself as a mother, and I observe her still now. I observe her that the dedication and hard work she is having, we are also having that much, but not, we can never go to parallel to her. We are always, under her. Her way of working with perfection, everything, fantastic one.
Amazing. All right, who else? Who else would like to share? Yes, Ankita.
Yes, sir. Sir, my favorite teacher was my moral science notebook or textbook because that was the first thing I liked, and that was my first teacher that book and that school diary, which I read daily, and from there I learned many things. The second is my English teacher because she used to always like the way I am. So, because I had liking towards her behavior, her nature, then I liked the subject. Or else
Share
I
their
would
names
have
also. Share their names also. उनका नाम भी बताओ.
Mrs. Carvalho. So, because of that, I started liking English subject. And all my textbooks were my first teachers. More than playground, textbook was my teachers. So I don't remember much, but yeah, that English, because of English, then because of that one teacher, even after schooling, when when I went to college, there everybody was speaking in local language, but I was the only one. Because of that ma'am, I never stopped speaking in English. Or else, being English medium, you tend to forget English because we speak in local language when we go to college. In school, it was very strict. Like if you don't speak English, it was fined. So, but after college, also the commitment was there just because for the love of the subject and the teacher. So that
Have a
was my
contact.
yes, sir.
Why don't you call her up?
Sir, I don't know where is she, but I can find her on Facebook or some social media.
Do you have a
Just because,
contact?
yes,
उनका
sir. So
मोबाइल
just
नंबर है तुम्हारे पास?
no, sir.
जुगाड़ करो
I'll find her. Yes, sir.
और आज ही बात करो.
Sir,
I have
next
wished,
coming.
I have wished three of mine.
Wow.
Your one call and one sentence can transform their life. Your one call and one sentence can transform their life. Even if you just say कि बस आप याद आ रहे थे इसलिए मैंने आपको फोन किया, इतना ही काफी.
Yes, sir. True.
So Happy Teachers Day is more about connecting with the teachers and actually talking to them, people who transformed your life, who made you who you are today, or rather who inspired you to become who you are today. They deserve a call, at least on a Teachers Day, the Guru Purnima Day. They deserve a call. WhatsApp पे मैसेज डालने से कुछ होता नहीं. The people who deserve your vibration, gift them your vibration. Fantastic. Yes, Prashant.
So I, with respect to me, like uh, I remember one teacher during my college days, plus one and plus two. He happened to be my commerce, business studies, and accounts lecture. I'm a commerce student, so he was happened to be my that lecturer teacher. So the way he was teaching, the way uh, I was a below average student, while in school and all. So, uh, but when I entered into 11th class 11, and after that, the way he explained, the way he was like, somehow I got connected to three subjects: one, business studies, economics, and accounts. And I happen to be into the top one, two, three, the top three positions person. The people bank upon me on the accounts, kind of. So that way he transformed me, even, and that is how I choose my career into finance and accounts till today. Like, he's the one who contributed largely into shaping me into a finance professional to a large extent, uh, especially from being a below performer to this kind and that way. And before that, like, I only remember like couple of teachers, while after while I was listening to this, and then I started recollecting, like you said, like, I started recollecting, I connected all that subject teachers and all, who helped me in class 7 and who helped me in schools, high school and all. It's been 40 years now, like, kind of. But still, like, there were two teachers, one who was teaching, like, Geeta ma'am. We used to call her Geeta ma'am. Like, she used to teach us, teaching, her way of involving me and all of that was good. Like, I still remember that part. Another teacher was Ramesh sir. So he used to teach us maths. More than the teaching methodology, we had a big fear of, like, he used to be very serious, and he used to throw dusters, throw chalks, throw hit with sticks. Those days it was all there, like the hitting that sticks and all. These days we don't imagine. But yeah, those days we've all experienced those things. Yeah. So more than the teaching, when teaching was good, but it's fear that made us to be, all the time completing your homework, completing, being on school. We used to call, no, Prashant, come, solve this problem. And that used to be like fear factor. If you don't, then you get a good bashing kind. Yeah. So that's how these three teachers have shaped somehow, that fear factor, the way of teaching, and then probably making me choose my career path was, a good contributor. Uh, when you said, like, you should have spoken, now after releasing so many years, like, I felt like, I should have called. Well, I I'm in touch with one lecturer, that commerce lecturer, Mr. Rashaka sir. So I'm still in touch, but yeah, like, as a touch means touch, but not, not even wish, not that not there. So other teachers, no, yeah, it's completely lost even their whereabouts. I don't know. I moved from multiple cities.
Make it a mission, get their numbers and see if you can connect with them. Wow, that's amazing. Yes, Shivani. Shivani, you are there? Okay. Let me share something very amazing tonight. You know, think about those teachers जिसके बारे में भी आप लोग बात कर रहे थे. Actually think about those teachers and visualize that classroom. You can actually visualize that classroom. Close your eyes, because anyway you're not on camera, so I can't see. So close your eyes and get into that classroom and see that teacher who was taking the class. Yeah. Go to the classroom, close your eyes and actually go to that classroom. Whether it is 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 40 years ago. Just go to that classroom and visualize that you are sitting in that classroom with all your classmates around you. You know where you are sitting in that classroom. You know the perfect exact place, the exact bench, the exact chair where you are sitting. Probably you could also recall the school bag. Just see where you have kept your school bag, you know. So visualize that. Actually go there. Actually go there. Go on your timeline, you actually go there. That in that classroom, the same teacher, observe that teacher, what dress that teacher is wearing. Yeah. Actually visualize. You know, it's all there in your memory. So if you say that I can't visualize, don't worry about it. Just visualize. You can actually see her or him in exactly the attire that she was or he was at that in that classroom. Visualize the time of the day when it was happening. Visualize the students who are sitting close to you. Visualize the classroom. Look around the classroom. Visualize what you can figure out, what you can still see in that classroom. The doors, the windows, the colors of the door, the color of the wall, the color of the ceiling, whether there's a ceiling fan or not. Where are those ceiling fans? उन टाइम पे हमारे पास ऐसे क्लास हुआ नहीं करते. Visualize that desk, the table where the teacher was sitting on the chair or maybe just standing next to it. Visualize that blackboard or green board. Most of it is a blackboard that you could visualize there. Probably it's a 6x4 blackboard or maybe 5x4 blackboard or maybe 8x4 blackboard. Visualize that blackboard, visualize the duster, visualize the chalk that the teacher uses or he is using while taking the class. Visualize the voice in which he is speaking, visualize the tone that he is or she is speaking to the entire classroom. Visualize her eyes, the movement of her eyes, the movement of her hands, her body movement, or his body movement, his voice, his tonality. Just visualize it. Close your eyes and actually visualize it. Get into the classroom and see that you are there in the classroom. You're sitting where you are sitting. Okay. Now observe the teacher is taking the class and the topic on which she is or he is taking the class, she is or he is sharing her own experience about that topic. That is exactly what he or she is doing. Okay. She or she is sharing his or her perception about that topic in her own words, using her own language, using her own style. The same teacher. In your class, there may be 20 students, there may be 30 students, 40 students, 50 students, it depends. Whatever was your class size. In fact, you can also observe the uniform that you are wearing that day. Actually see the uniform, look at the uniform, the color of the uniform, the texture of the uniform. If you want to feel the texture of that uniform, you can even touch your shirt and you can feel the texture of the same uniform which you are wearing in a classroom. You can touch your trousers and actually feel the texture of your trousers or your lowers. Feel the bag, the school bag that you used to carry. There may be 2, 3 school bags, but in that particular class, Maybe there was a particular bag which you used to carry. Visualize that bag, touch that bag, feel that bag. उस बैग के अंदर कहाँ पे क्या है, probably you can also see right now. कहाँ पे पेन है, कहाँ पे sharpener है, कहाँ पे pencil है, कहाँ पे geometry box है. Probably you can see them. You can see the books also. You can exactly see where the tiffin box is inside that bag. Yeah, you visualize the tiffin box. हो सकता है you can also visualize what is there in the tiffin box, and imagine that your mother has packed that tiffin box for you. Probably you can also feel the taste of the food which is there in the tiffin box. Take yourself there, be in that classroom, sit there, look at the person, look at the child who is next to you, the student. Remember that child's face. He is just sitting next to you on your left and on your right. Maybe there's a child who's sitting behind you also. You can see them also. If you're not sitting in the front bench, you can also see the students who are in front of. It's a co-ed school, co-ed class. Visualize the students of opposite sex in the same classroom when you were there. वो कहाँ पे बैठी है, बैठा है, उसके हेयर कैसे हैं. Visualize the skin color, your skin color, your teacher's skin color, their skin tones. These are all there in your memory because you were with them for a long time. In every class, you were with them for more than a year, almost a year. Month and month after month, you were there with them. Now that teacher is taking the class. He is or she is teaching a subject. Imagine that teacher has delivered her lecture. उसने homework भी आपको दे दिया. And then that exam time comes. Now visualize yourself in that exam hall. Maybe there's a different classroom where you're sitting to write the exam. Actually visualize that classroom. आप कहाँ पे बैठे हो, आपके आसपास कौन बैठा हुआ है, आपका रोल नंबर क्या है. If you can remember the roll number that you're writing in your answer sheet, visualize that. Okay. Actually visualize that. I'm not inviting you to imagine. There's a difference between imagine and visualization. I'm inviting you to visualize. देखो. You see your writing desk जहाँ पे आप एग्जाम दे रहे हो, आपके पास आंसर शीट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो चुका है क्लास में. Visualize that pen or the pencil which is there in your hand, and you're writing on that topic जो टीचर ने आपको क्लास में दिया था, सिखाया था. You're writing on that topic. The question has come from that chapter. You're writing those chapters, the answers. Actually visualize that you are writing. आप अपने हाथ से लिख रहे हो सके तो अपने हाथ को मूव करवाओ as if you are writing that answer to that question. अपने हाथ को उसी लेवल पे रखो जहाँ पे स्कूल पे आप जब एग्जाम देते थे आपका हाथ जिस लेवल पे रहता था, जैसा ही रहता था. Keep your hand exactly like that. If you're writing with right hand, right hand. If you're writing with left hand, left hand. Actually visualize that you're sitting there and you're writing the exam. उसी सवाल के ऊपर, उसी चैप्टर के ऊपर जो आपके टीचर ने डिलीवर किया था. Yeah, visualize those moments जब आप ब्रेक लेके शायद वॉशरूम में जाते थे during that exam. Maybe हो सकता है आसपास कोई चीटिंग कर रहा है, आपको पता भी है, आप देख भी रहे हो. Visualize them. Actually visualize those moments. You know, चैप्टर वही है, टीचर वही है, कंटेंट भी वही है. Somebody is writing from your mind, somebody is writing from somebody else's copy. Now imagine the moment when the results are coming out. Different students have scored different marks. Whatever be that subject, जो उस आप जो भी टीचर को अभी आप विजुअलाइज कर रहे हो, वो टीचर का जो भी सब्जेक्ट था, If you can visualize that how much marks you got on your paper, हो सकता है you can visualize. Probably you can also visualize how much marks some other students also got in your class on the same subject. What is most important here is now I am bringing you to a new reality. The teacher was same, the topic was same, the subject was same. The questions were the same. But the answers were not the same. That's why students got different marks. If had the answers been the same, they have all got the same marks. But the answer was not the same, so they didn't get the same marks. Some of them could not even answer the question. Some of them couldn't even attempt the question. Some attempted it. Some got 80 out of 100, some got 90 out of 100. There were students who got 30 out of 100 also. They failed to pass. ऐसे भी हुआ है. You know, टीचर ने अपना काम किया. उसने खाली उस सब्जेक्ट को बताया, उस टॉपिक के ऊपर आपको, उसके पास जो ज्ञान था वो आपके साथ शेयर किया. But essentially, what you learned is what you taught yourself. Listen to this conversation very carefully, what I'm talking about right now. Whatever you learned about that topic, that chapter, that subject, and whatever you wrote as answer to the questions which came up on that chapter, on that subject, is what you learned and what you taught yourself. So whatever you learned till date on any subject, on any topic, on anything, is what you taught yourself. So the best teacher that you have ever met till date in your life, the best teacher is the one who you are. Others only made their attempt to teach you something, but you learned only what you taught yourself. So till date, the best teacher, the best trainer, the best coach, the best mentor you ever came across in your life is only you. And even in future, you can learn only those things that you take the responsibility to teach yourself. Others can make their best effort, but they cannot teach you. The onus of learning is on you. It's not on them. So if one teacher in your life who deserves a thank you today, if there is one teacher in your life who deserves a thank you for being the teacher, you yourself. I am working with approximately, मेरे ख्याल से अभी could be about 2,000 students for last couple of years I'm working with them in 2 schools. And the only thing that I'm doing with the students and teachers in that school is only one thing. And that one thing is make them their best teachers. Make each student their best teachers. You can guide them based on the experiences that you have, but they can only learn what they teach themselves. So if you really want your students to score excellent, make sure they are their best teachers. Think of a butterfly. The caterpillar, it gets into that cocoon or pupa. Now, if you break that pupa, even if you break that pupa 1 hour before the butterfly can actually come out, you are killing the future of that butterfly. So the butterfly teaches itself and learns how to build the strings onto its wings so that eventually it could break the shell and come out of it. So my invitation is, if you really want to contribute in somebody's life, make that person his or her best teacher. उसको कम से कम ये एहसास दिलाओ. So whatever you have learned till date is whatever you were willing to teach yourself. Shivani said, there where there is a will, there's a way. That will has to be there. Only then the way will open up. The way is already there. The way will open up for you if you are willing to be on that way. If somebody else does it for you, you'll then next time when you want to be on that same way, you would be needing a support from the other person. Probably you'll need it every time. However, if that person gets on that way on his or her own, you don't need to do it for that person ever for the rest of his lifetime. However, can you see the teacher in you? Can you see that everything that you learned till date is what you taught yourself? You took the responsibility, you were willing to learn it, and you put all the efforts to ensure that you learn it. And you can teach yourself. Can you thank the teacher in you who deserves the right attention on a teacher's day? Can you thank that teacher? जो आपके अंदर बैठा हुआ है, the teacher that actually deserves the respect, the love, who taught you whatever you learned. The teacher is sitting on the same place where you're sitting right now. Isn't it? So with this new awareness, what do you see possible for yourself? You can speak up. I'm done.
अभी सब ओवरवेलम्ड हो गए हैं इमोशनली ना, मतलब मैं तो हो ही गई हूँ, सबका नहीं मालूम है। बिकॉज एज सून आई रिमेंबर के सर के हाथ में चौक है एंड ही इज़ ड्राइंग, सो आई वॉज रिमेंबरिंग माई ड्राइंग टीचर मिस्टर जयप्रकाश जी, and it is unfortunate that he is no more. He died 3 years back due to cancer. So I was remembering each and every dialogue of his, you know, how he used to say, means he used to tease me. I was one of the favorite students of his. So he used to say, Varma, what are you doing? Like that. And one more thing I observed when you were saying that visualization. So he used to, you know, draw a picture with so much, you know, details, each and every detail, and especially on uh, special occasions he used to draw on the board, and those pictures were so alive, means just like AI pictures nowadays we create with the help of AI. He used to create those images with chalk, colorful chalks, and I still remember that how much impact his drawing is still having on me. Means when I am going to observe a picture, that detail immediately comes upon me, and I start doing that thing in the way he used to do. Fantastic. The visualization and going to that classroom, sitting on that bench again, talking with friends, doing advanced homework and then talking with friends when sir used to teach. Already I was having 2 years, two chapters, advanced chapters. Means sir is teaching chapter number 3 and I am already on chapter number 5. So those moments I remember. And one more funny thing, in those days, our fee slips, they had to fill them. Nowadays, we got the computer slip, but earlier they used to fill it by hand. So my class teacher, Mrs. Shobha, has given me the responsibility. One day she said कि बेटा तुम ना ये स्लिप्स जो है ना बस बच्चे का नाम लिख के, और मैंने कहा मैम इस पे तो आपके सिग्नेचर भी होने। तो शी यूज्ड टू से, अरे सिग्नेचर में क्या है, ये ऐस की चिड़िया बिठा दो बस। सो द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम शी सेड कि कुछ नहीं तुम कर दो मेरा सिग्नेचर भी, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, एंड आई वॉज सो अफ्रेड डूइंग दैट सिग्नेचर। इट वॉज
So
रियल।
how about discovering the teacher in you, the teacher who is still teaching you,
यस,
and whatever you learn today is being taught by yourself only.
बट दे इंस्पायर,
Yeah,
मीन्स
they did their job. They did their job. But not everybody become the way you become.
यस, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन स्टूडेंट ऑल्सो एंड
So whatever you taught yourself is what you learned.
यस,
They did their job.
yes, that's why
Similarly,
there is a quotation in my WhatsApp status today that स्टूडेंट्स को टीचर को ये तो बताना चाहिए कि कैसे देखना है, बट कहाँ देखना है वो उसको खुद सीखने दो.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, others, Shivani, Manjulata,
Yeah,
Prashant.
I joined little late, but then I was in the process and I went through it. It was a great experience. Thing is, I was not with at one teacher. The journey started from my memory when it starts to till date. So it was really great. I enjoyed completely. Thank you so much. So many good memories. Then those teachers who probably at the age of 5 or now at 50, still they are so fresh that we still follow it. And that awareness कि उन्होंने वो बताया कि अभी हम करेंगे. That is remarkable. But and then, one thing which was more thing which stuck with me is during our studies, we didn't have any prescribed textbooks. Let it be at 11th 12th में हो था उतना नहीं था, like कोई सीरीज रहते थे, not very much, but at least from our graduation I don't remember we had any prescribed textbook, so we had to refer many books. Yet the best part was the teacher notes. उनका एक it they were such a good teachers. We used to listen so actively and they made us listen to them, and the notes what we made, the running notes, even still too I have of many subjects, and when I go through now those to teach my students, it gives a wow feeling. It's a really wow feeling. And the notes when I show my students, ये क्या है? These are running notes, ma'am. This doesn't look running notes. How properly you could write. It was the teacher who used to write on the board such properly, and we made it note same properly, like it is the proper thing. As a connector, it was scribbled. So that was a great memory which because I relate now that I have been teaching from at least past 20-25 years. From every batch, at least one student remember me. So they message me, and now new students have come up. They are also not only attached as a student teacher. I could always connect them with much more than that, and I have seen few people connecting me saying as amma or akka, like mother or sister. And that is a very special bond I maintain. Still remember after my MSc today, even my batchmate, he gives me happy teacher. He considered me as a teacher, being a classmate. That's very overwhelming. Few of my teachers, they consider me as teacher because I taught them few new topics. And that's great learning and a compliment which gives a lot of confidence. And I learned from very young, and I call them teachers. And it's really blessing to have some young people because these days the technology is so fast, and but we don't connect so fast as they do and they teach us. And they do it. हाथ का साफाई उनका बहुत अच्छा रहता है. So I really respect those small to all the age people. One more thing is one of few of my students now they are in very good positions. That makes me very proud. I didn't go much into industry. Later, I came into some other things. So they are all in industry. I was part of industry only for some time. And today, when they remember me, it makes me very happy कि मैम आपने हम लोगों का बेसिक सिखाया जो हमें आज भी याद है और हम आज भी फॉलो करते हैं. The basic needs, the safety things or the rules which has to be followed in the laboratory. How to think differently that you are good in research. सो दोस बेसिक्स आज भी वो लोग कहते हैं मैम वो तो हमारा ABCD है, जो आपने पढ़ा है लाइफ लॉन्ग रहेगा। तो probably we are in very good position monetarily or position wise, but yet we cannot deny that. So it was a mixture. I can say that getting compliments, we complimenting others, being thankful, total mixture of feeling I had. It was a great journey. Thank you so much, Pinaki ji. Thank you.
Wow. Great sharing, Manjulata. Priceless.
Yeah. And the best thing is, I just read a message before joining this. My daughter, elder daughter, she's starting, she has learned yoga and now she's teaching yoga. And today is her day one. She wished me, Mama, happy Teacher's Day. And today is my day one on the Teacher's Day, teaching yoga for the others. So it was a very great thing, I can say. Uh, Many students, both see our own child considering that is something much more. No, even my younger daughter says that, Mama, उस दिन ना रिकॉर्ड कर लेना चाहिए था आपने जो पढ़ाया. I didn't record it. It was so good that I remember everything of it and I use that concept and I do it. So अच्छा लगता है जब compliment करते हैं. And for all this, I am thankful to my teachers. The way they taught us how to learn and how to teach and how to be presentable. It's all for them. It's not me here. Probably their teaching has got into me so much of awareness. They have become a part of me. In my genes, they are also part of it. Thank you.
Brilliant. Yes, Prashant.
No, visualization technique, what you share, like it really helped me to, sail through to those days and ages. I went through my class, bag, school bag, the tiffin box, and all of that. Just it was a war feel. Like, I cherished my childhood again. It really helped to cherish, even that exam center, how we were writing, and what teaching, all that. Uh, Again, some of the friends, it goes out of our memory. Some students, co-students that we like. Now I'm able to recollect the names, some of them I was able to recollect. Yeah, yeah, I read through these people as well, they were there in part of our life someday, Today I completely forgot them. Not even, I don't even remember. Suddenly, while visualizing, it came out of like those names, like, I was like wondering how at how good it was, like, to remember, recollect all of those, which you left 30, 40 years before. All that was good. Yeah. And then, yes, as you said, we are all the teachers of our own lives. So what we teach to ourselves, is what we have led to here, to all that. And many people have supported, many people have guided us in shaping us in way. But at the end, what is that you take all of that, and then implement it, that is where you become your own teacher. You rightly said, like, yeah, yeah, we're all the teachers of our ourselves. And yes, we shaped ourselves better, and have to be a student and a teacher, both ourselves. Like, you need to be a teacher, you need to be a student also. Lifelong learning has to be there. Yeah. So the realization of being teacher and a student today, both. We were students. Yeah, we were always, I was always thinking of, like being a lifelong learner, a teacher, something upskilling, reskilling, all of that part. Today, the other fact of, being your own teacher, that made me again, yeah, something. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it really helped me memorize certain things. Yeah, and It helped me better. Yeah, feel better. Thank you.
Thank you, Prashant, for the sharing, wonderful sharing. And did you all notice that though I delivered the same session to all of you, but what you picked up is what you are telling yourself, what you are teaching yourself.
Right.
You know?
True,
It is
true.
happening throughout your lifetime.
Correct.
Yes, Shivani, your inputs.
Actually, she has typed that she is on listening mode today only.
Okay, so I didn't read that. So let us read that. FELD के सेशन में ना कभी भी लिस्टिंग मोड में नहीं रहना चाहिए. So it's like a few teachers do have a mark, but yet I am my best teacher. I learn what I teach to myself, absolutely. And happy teachers to all elders, teachers, and youngsters who taught us different lessons of life. I am my greatest teacher I ever met. I learn what I teach myself. I am the teacher and I'm the student. On this Teachers Day, my heart is full of gratitude for not just school teachers, but also our elders who taught us mischievous yet wise ways. Yes, I do remember them. Like चुपचाप खड़े रहो, दोनों हाथ ऊपर kind of thing. Yes, homework नहीं किया तो क्लास के बाहर खड़े रहो kind of things. Yes, yeah. बिजली बर्बाद मत करो, पंखा बंद करो. Yeah. रात को देर तक मत जागना, अंधेरे में भूत आता है. Wonderful. So I'll end the session with a wonderful video, and let us just watch that video before I say anything about that video. So here we go. Do you remember this gentleman? Any of you? Any of you remember this gentleman?
Yeah, Ustad Zakir Hussain. Yes.
Yeah, he is no more with us.
Yeah.
But this is one of his videos which transformed my life. Okay, it's just a 2-minute video. Just watch it with full attention. Do not let your attention go anywhere for next 2 minutes.
You know, it's very clear, you know, a teacher never teaches. The student learns. This is very important. A student must inspire the teacher to teach, or else there's no point in it. They say, I've heard this from Shivji and so many other artists, that knowledge is like a fast-flowing river. And that river is passing through, just like Lord Shiva, Ganga passes through him. The river of knowledge passes through a teacher, a guru, a friend, a mentor. It doesn't matter. And it's up to the student to be able to get a cup out of that river, or a bucket, or a truckload out of that river. It's up to the student. And so whenever I played in the room and I was practicing, I was always looking to see if I'm going to get any attention at all from the man. And that attention only came when I actually took the information that was given to me and twisted it to reveal a different angle in it. When I did that, there would be a and then suddenly he would walk and he'd be standing at the doorway and he'll say, okay, now do suddenly, you know, I had inspired a chain of events in his mind, and then and which allowed him to be able to then just add to what I was doing and say, okay, you've done this and it's good. He wouldn't say it's good, but that's what the reaction to it was. Do this. So inspiration would come. So the teacher would never teach. A student has to get that information out and inspire the teacher to teach you. So this is something that we all learn. Now,
You got that?
Very nicely said. Like, how much there's a dearth of information, knowledge, and it is how we take, like he said, like how much you want to take out of it. The information that teaches. Good.
So you get what you take,
Yes,
and you till date you got what you took.
absolutely. True. True.
All right. So let's go close this session, and thank you so much for your attention. Thank you once again to Sakshi for making this session possible tonight on this auspicious day of Teachers' Day. It's not the teachers who made the difference, it's you who made the difference to you. The teachers just did their job. Yeah. So before going to bed tonight, actually, thank and praise the teacher that you are. Thank, praise the teacher that you are. Acknowledge that teacher. And request that teacher to teach you more.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Pinaki and Sakshi, Shivaniji and Prashantji. Thank you.
Okay. Good night.
Thank you.
Okay.
It was such a lovely session.
Yes, because of Pinaki-ji.
Yes, yes.
It's because of you. Again, don't get into that trap anymore.
You initiated, Sakshi. Yeah, you took the initiative today. So
Because
that
of
is
each one of
great.
you
Okay.
who took the
Then before
initiative.
closing the session, there is a 1 minute flute playing for some nostalgia, and I will play and you will recall what I'm playing. Can anyone recall that tune?
I could recall this tune because Satyajit Ray used this tune in a couple of his movies. It's a very old one, and not one of the movies was Pothe Pachali, and he also used this in Upiga in Bhagavan as well.
Okay, let me give some hint. What is the most precious thing for us? There was an ad.
So it is linked to one of the ads, right?
Do you remember?
क्या नंबर प्ले कर रहा था?
Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Titan, Titan it is.
Yes, it is Titan tune.
It's coming in, but I'm not able to recall. Yeah, trying.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sakshi.
Actually.
So this was again a fantastic session, friends.
Yes.
And today we realize that we are the greatest teachers of ours. We ourselves are our teachers, and we can teach ourselves the best in the guidance of the mentors like Pinaki sir. And again, we are very thankful to all who joined the platform today. Thank you, and thank you.
Bye.